Audio Jungle.
Hello, my name is Raychanah Putri. I will tell you about the thief. One day, an old man named Mr. Putra went to the station. He wanted to go to work. On a sunny morning, the situation of the station was so crowded. When Mr. Putra was walking toward the train, without him knowing there was a man watched and followed him from behind. The straight man named Mr. Ridwan. When Mr. Putra was already in the train and he put the outer and head hangings on the train wall. Without realizing it, Mr. Ridwan still peeked from behind the door. Who knows what he is looking for from Mr. Putra? Then Mr. Putra sat in the restroom of the train passenger by putting his bag behind his body. Not long after, Mr. Ridwan was sitting opposite Mr. Putra. At that time, Mr. Putra was busy reading the newspaper, while Mr. Ridwan sat relaxed enjoying a cigarette. After all this time, Mr. Putra fell asleep until the newspaper he had read fell to the floor. Meanwhile, Mr. Ridwan, who was sitting relaxed, suddenly stood up and wanted to leave the room. Mr. Ridwan slowly opened the door so that Mr. Putra would not wake up when Mr. Ridwan left the room. He took the outer and had Mr. Putra. He immediately left the room and got off the train. Shortly thereafter, Mr. Putra woke up, and he was shocked that the outer and head were not in the room hangers. Okay, in the conclusion of the story, if the traveling using public transportation, must take care of our belonging properly. Do not put it carelessly because it can be taken by others. Thank you.